I paint women because that's just always felt natural. I think the human body is such an interesting shape and form. There's nothing like it. Each body is so different and so beautiful in its own way. You really have like never-ending possibilities when you're painting people. My art and my style definitely influence each other. I think they kind of push each other. I get to live this kind of surrealistic life where I can just kind of be whatever I want. I think art and creativity is like partly, self-care. You have to take care of yourself. The creative process is something that everybody should hold on to. That's something we lose. And I think that's really what holds most people back is the fear to be creative.
I'm a skate enthusiast. Even though I don't skate, I hang with skaters. I'm a photographer, a visual artist, BMXer. What keeps me young is my interest. I've always been like a risk taker and adventure seeker. I didn't do the traditional sports. I just always had a creative onset in my personality.
Color schemes and like using lines for motion, that's kind of like my main focus. A lot of my stuff is like not very subjective. I went to Hong Kong and that whole city has like this dragon energy. I did that dragon based off of a Chinese New Year parade dragon, so I call it Hong Kong Dragon.
My process is kind of sporadic and spontaneous. I think of something, I kind of get obsessive with it, and then I just go for it. Sometimes I don't even know what I'm doing. It's like I'm intimidated, because what I'm gonna do, like what I see, is gonna be epic. I know sometimes that takes a lot of work and a lot of time, sleepless nights, headaches. You lose confidence, you gain confidence, like, oh, look at that stroke right there. Yeah, I did that. That's tight.
At one point in time, I was a full-time bike rider. I didn't do any art. And at one point in time, I was a photographer. And at one point in time, I just was designing clothes and stuff. Kind of like hodgepodge it all together. A lot of my artwork is not digital. A lot of it's marker. Seeing it as a print, I want people to, put the phone down and look at it on paper. I go through a process of using actual ink and old pens and paint brushes and stuff. My rendering process is not that long. What lays down is that's it, especially when it comes to illustration.
I was a 1980s kid where your parents made you go play in the streets. I like to be either completing paintings or doing paintings that are purely just for development. When you see this, you're experiencing my whole lifetime. Everything I've ever done was to be in this moment now. When I wake up, I'm like, I've done everything I've done as a warm-up for today.
I grew up in the 80s with like skateboarding, punk rock, record graphics, old school hip hop. I sort of let the pieces talk to me. What I do is I sort of set them up structurally. I start laying down shapes and then I follow those shapes to their natural conclusions. And they kind of tell me where to go with them.